Hi, so welcome to the Thursday Dev Stream. I'm Win Ann White Sheepy, of course, and today it's a little bit special. We have another Meet a Dev stream here with me. I'm gonna let you introduce yourself.
Hey guys, I'm Mike, or Metagame Mike.
What do you do at BMG? How'd you become a game dev and all those great things?
Okay, sure. Well, my name is Mike again. I'm one of the character animators here at Blue Mammoth Games. This is actually the first game I've ever worked on. Before that, I did a lot of work in like the television animation industry. I worked on a lot of commercials. I worked on, excuse me. I worked on the show called Archer. Some of y'all might know it.
Oh, yes. Oh, wow. Cool.
Yeah. And I actually met Matt at PAX South, I think 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And at the time, I was like a freelance guy, just kind of floating between stuff. And I met him. He was a really nice guy. And I was like, hey, super interested in your game. And here I am now. Surprise.
It all worked out in the end. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Mike, talk to us about what am I looking at here? Talk to us a little bit about how we get to these kind of designs here.
Sure, yeah. So this is a very early concept of what the orb base kit could have been. This is pretty early in development. We were trying to figure out, okay, what kind of weapon is orb going to be? Is it going to be like slow and heavy hitting?
Mm-hmm.
Is it going to be like fast and string heavy? Is it going to be like what's like the defining mechanic of it? We discovered pretty quickly that having the orb bounce on surfaces is pretty cool. At one point, the nair was just the down air but reversed angle.
Yeah.
You get to see a little bit of our thinking here, like, okay, what type of moves do we want to go for? Like, the side light's actually pretty close to what ended up in the game, minus for the second hit.
Yeah.
I actually forgot about that part. That's kind of fun. Yeah, the ground pound, at one point we were considering it kind of like, when it hits the ground, the orb will, like, scoot forward a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
That proved to be, like, not useful. So instead we made it do, like, the big explosion thing that it does. You can kind of see, if you're familiar with Zariel's moveset, he, like his neutral bow, he jumps up, or he shoots a sigil thing.
Yeah, a sigil.
I like to call the frisbee the waffle.
The waffle.
It had a lot of fun nicknames in development.
Yeah.
So he shoots that up, and then on hit he jumps back up and shoots it again. So when we were kind of developing the bow kit, we were trying to figure out, okay, what's something that a celestial was like his code name before we figured out Zariel. What kind of bow moves would fit best for that type of character?
Mm-hmm.
And first thing I thought of was wings. Put wings on stuff, make them fly. Makes sense.
Yeah.
But what we ended up going with the neutral sig was kind of a mix between 1 and 3. Like, it starts with 3, and then on hit it does what 1 does.
Yeah.
And that's mostly just to like help its usability.
Yeah.
That's what it boiled down to pretty much. Yeah, for the side's pretty fun. I really like the side. For the side, I call it ground coverage up there, because when we're brainstorming moves, you don't necessarily think, oh, this is going to be the side, this is going to be the neutral.
Mm-hmm.
We ended up kind of combining 6 and 7, where like 6 has the charge forward, and 7 is kind of like the shuttle loop motion. Dancing on the bow, we kind of just did what I sketched immediately.
I was like, this looks a little familiar here.
Yeah, we kind of got it in one with the down sig, which is pretty cool. I want a lot of charge poses where you're kind of like hovering there, flying, because I don't know, I think it's cool, right?
Right. Yeah. I mean, celestial being, angel, cool. All right.
Yeah. Yeah, and also I have an affinity for really good edge guard sigs.
So then we also have a question about, is it hard to animate the moves or signatures?
I mean, hard, yes. Hard, yes. Time consuming, yes. It's always a challenge to kind of not only come up with the moves, but also execute them and really kind of put the character's personality in each move. Like, we probably have like dozens of iterations of moves that we do.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them are mechanically identical, but like are a slightly different attitude tweak, if that makes sense. So kind of nailing down what this character's attitude is like is a big part of it. Basically, when I'm coming up with signatures, I try to think of I basically keep like 3 things in mind. 1, what makes sense for this character to do? 2, what kind of like threat areas have we not covered with a certain weapon yet? And 3, how easy are they to use, or how well do they like flow into other moves?
Do you feel like there is any restriction there when trying to create these animations?
Maybe some, but it's definitely for the better. Like, I'll definitely come up with some moves, and then Eric will be like, "There's no way we can balance this."
Eric is TWK Smash. If you're not familiar.
Excuse me. Sorry, I used his given name. Yeah, I mean, a part of the exploration process is figuring out not only what looks cool, but also what's viable. So a lot of times we'll come up with a lot of really cool moves that are super fun to use, but there's no counterplay, and that creates a bad experience, and that's definitely something we try to avoid. So we try to keep it in the box of like things that can be balanced, basically.